Don Nelson's Warriors starting lineups with Steven Jackson, Brandon Wright, Chris Webber, Monte Ellis, and Baron Davis. Blazers having won back-to-back games, beating the Lakers. Martell Webster, LaMarcus Aldridge, Joel Prisbilla, Brandon Roy, the All-Star in the second season, and Steve Blake. Warriors playing again without Biedrins. Brandon Wright keeping that miss alive. Jackson will load up a three, and that's a great beginning.
You don't know anything about Prisbilla, but he's an underrated player. He's a good leaper.
Webber, head to Monte, working on Blake, takes him right to the rim. Goodbye. The shot clock at 3. Roy looks at the 3. I'll say that ball hit iron, so this is a reset of the shot clock. But Aldridge blocked by Jackson. And Baron, the jumper is not there, but Brandon Wright is, and puts it up and in.
He has a nose for the ball.
And the Warriors' youngest player, Brandon Knight. Look at the fluidity, Jim. I mean, there's just no... How many young players play with that kind of calm? Jackson taking it inside. There's Brandon Wright again. And Jackson, it's still the right idea. Draw multiple defenders, and then Brandon crashing the offensive glass. 63 games, averaged 9 points last year, but
heck of an acquisition.
Almost doubled it to this year at 17. And Baron Davis, good to see that little baby jumper. Warriors 5 of 12, Portland 4 of 12. Webber got Aldridge a little bit farther out off the block. Roy cutting, blocked by Brandon Wright.
Quick reaction.
Jackson, rainbows in a 3. Brandon Wright said hello to Brandon Roy.
You're talking about Brandon Wright. Watch what he does. He cuts down the middle, but then he sees the drive and he goes away from the play. All of a sudden, Jackson, he says, nope, I'll back up. So Prisbilla comes to him and leaves him all alone.
And if you're named Brandon tonight, chances are you're going to be in a lot of the highlights both ways. Wow.
So they're a little more vulnerable.
Webber splitting the free throws. Baron comes up with a steal. Ahead to Brandon Wright. A foot race with Webster. The baby hook with no angle, and he made it anyway. Jarrett Jack, rugged defender. Steven Jackson got it to Wright, but a good play by Aldridge knocked it away. Shot clock at 10. Brandon Wright on Jack. Just fires right over.
Well, I guess he can do a jump hook, a little fadeaway jump shot. He's very comfortable in that area.
Brandon Wright is the leading scorer with 8. And you put him on the post up. Good night. Petrus knocking that away, but it took time off the shot clock. It's down at 9.
That's the kind of pressure you want to put on the ball.
Kind of losing the handle.
Good rotation. That's a shot you want to give up.
Fry, that was kind of a fading 3. The Warriors are holding Portland to 30% shooting. The problem is they only have a 3-point lead. Steven Jackson. James Jones is not a shot blocker. And Jack went at him, got the contact, and gets himself to the line. But Travis Outlaw's jumper this year has been a revelation. Shot it way better than he ever has. And speaking of shooting it way better, Steven Jackson has 3 threes in the first quarter.
You thought he might fade. He's just, he's just that kind of player, but
man,
he's gained confidence.
50% of threes.
Yeah. Especially because they know that's what he's going to shoot.
Monte Ellis with a blocking foul in the finish. Monte is starting to live up to his shoe contract with and 1.
Well, Bob, that little hesitation, and then he blows by. Defender, secondary defender, way late on it. You just have no chance.
You use a nice phrase, Jim, when you're talking about young players, educating the officials. You know what's happened with Monte? Officials have figured out no one can get in front of him and actually be set. And so the Warriors hold Portland to 32% shooting. And they only forced 2 turnovers, but have the 7-point lead behind 11 points from Steven Jackson and 8 points and 6 rebounds from Brandon Wright. So Baron Davis gets a little rest, the bench able to eat up some minutes, and the Warriors up a touchdown after the first 12 minutes. Now Now Steven Jackson, after the ankle injury, a phenomenal game against Philly. And terrific beginning with 11 points in the first quarter. 3 of 3 on threes.
The spacing. I thought their offensive execution was terrific, and their defense was even better. They put pressure on the ball, one of our other keys tonight, and they did not let them get to the rim very often.
Outlaw.
I mean, that's great defense.
Just a wild shot there, and Petrus just a wild attempt at a rebound. And these are possessions that you just can't give away. And Michael just summed up what I thought about that play. Jarrett Jack chanting Fry with James Jones. Harrington rebounding the miss. Monte Ellis ahead of the pack, and that's Tap City. James Jones knocked away by Monte, but right to Jarrett Jack.
The defensive rotations are absolutely astounding.
This is as good as the Warriors have contested shooters.
They're rotating,
in a long time.
Rotating, putting pressure on the ball, pressuring shooters, keeping them for the most part on the perimeter. And now they're out to even three-point range. He's shooting over 38% from three-point range. Doesn't take a lot of them.
Harrington, and that up and under.
But in this league, in this age, at this level, you've got to jump before you normally would. Because if you jump later when that ball's coming down or coming out, you're going to be too late to it. These guys are too quick, too big, too athletic.
There is the athleticism of Outlaw. Monte and Petrus on the re-steal, though. Fresh 24. Ellis on Blake.
That's an unstoppable shot.
The lead is 5, and Monte's got 9 already.
03, 04, 04, 05, 5 and 6, stuff, but they've rebuilt, and Kevin Pritchard's done a great job.
Oh, man. Harrington, well-executed inbounds play. Warriors are going to see the Blazers in meaningful games for many years to come. Fourth youngest team versus the youngest team.
Well, they got two great executives.
Oh, Jackson somehow snuck it in. He backed Blake down and then able to spin it off glass. Monte on Przybilla. Petrus got that up before Przybilla could, but couldn't bank it in. And then just took it away. Petrus again, and he's taken down by Przybilla. Michael Petrus stayed with the play nicely.
I like his aggressiveness at both ends of the floor. Playing with a little bit of flair now. Up and under, and actually I thought Przybilla may have basket interference because he rocked the rim a little bit. You could see it move, but Petrus just stole it right back.
Jackson, Barron, Barnes with Petrus and Al Harrington. The alley-oop executed nicely.
Another out-of-bounds play. Oh, you run this out-of-bounds play. So you throw it. Now you got over here the lock and lob. Get him to overplay it. There was the lock. There's the lob. He just duped him into that. Shaq in his prime got away with this. But watch the right shoulder. Yeah, and he just jumped in.
That's not really a move. But Shaq did popularize the bulldozer.
It's just harder to recognize the shot. Oh, there was a play, and Petrus has a three.
Petrus missing the three there, but Jackson the rebound, and Petrus cutting, and he lost the ball on the way up. Warriors still keeping it alive, but Blake coming up with it. Both teams are very lively, and now Petrus gets the errant play from Jones, and Jackson lays it in.
Better hold on to the ball there. A little fake pass. Ran the 2-on-1 perfectly.
Barron with a post move of his own, and with Baron Davis struggling with the jump shot. 10 from Outlaw off the bench, and then Aldridge is 8.
But Don Nelson knows that that's nearly an offensive foul.
Ball loose, and Crozier coming up with it. Clock down to 7. Crozier finding Petrus in the corner. 3 on the way. Good!
Nice rhythm.
Michael Petrus is just a different person. Jackson leading the way, but the role players are helping out. Portland's played better in the second quarter. We'll see what happens the final minute 19. Tay, little floater.
What a finisher. What a finisher. In so many ways.
I heard one guy yell 10-day contract from 6 rows back.
I'd just like to be traded for that, kind of like
You want to be Keith Van Horn?
About a Keith Van Horn, maybe get about $1.5 million.
Brandon Wright once again giving the Warriors an ignition in that first quarter and getting him off to a good start.
He just is a great player to understand spacing and to attack and get the ball. He just likes to get into the area where he has a chance to use that length.
Travis Outlaw continues to improve not only his rebounding but his mid-range shooting. He had double digits off the bench.
He's the only player that really hurt the Warriors, and coming off the bench, he was superb. Steven Jackson, great in that first quarter. Hit all 3 of his three-point shot attempts. The Warriors are 4 of 12. They were only 1 of 7 in that second quarter. They're going to have to earn this victory tonight. Horton is not going to give it.
Bill kind of running the floor there and getting it out to Roy, who drops in the 3. And just like that, the Blazers have tied things.
But the Warriors are focused, and they knew they were going to be in for a battle. Not going to come easy.
Aaron hanging and putting it in and drawing the foul. And attacking the rim, a great idea.
Just one-on-one against Blake. Little crossover. The rotation comes a little late. He splits the defenders at the iron.
We're just going to go with this matchup a little bit. Barron on Blake.
The problem is it's Brandon Wright in the corner. He's not really a shooter from that distance.
Baron Davis hits a jumper right in his face.
See,
no, it's not Blake.
He has a live dribble. Now he lets it go.
Barron still gets beyond him.
Jump hook. Should have been your jump hook, and it was.
Brandon Wright putting it in. Brandon Wright in double digits. He's got 10. And here they come again. With Jackson and Monte in on Przybilla, and he draws the foul.
3 things here. Number 1, they get the ball and throw it out. Number 2, Jackson got pushed out of the way, and Ellis wanted to get to the iron before any foul was called. A nice little run for the Warriors. 63-57. We'll be back. But he's still a special player. There are some players who could spend 8 years in college. How about that elevation? Didn't finish it.
Oh, but Monte getting there, and Brandon Wright putting it in and drawing the foul.
And he did that with his right hand. Love to see all those, even the misses.
I'll tell you, a 20-year-old and a 22-year-old. Here is the Warrior youth, part of our Ford Focus. We're going to talk about lively bodies.
A little finger roll. The Blazers did not get a single point off any Warrior turnovers in the first half. And that's unusual, but it was a 5-point game. It tells you how tough it's going to be.
Ball hopping around, and Jackson makes the Blazers pay with a 3. Good ball movement by the Warriors.
Get up.
Way through the third.
Get up.
Jackson to work on Aldridge. And Steven Jackson got the body, got the bucket, and the experience paying off.
That was a heave because he got the contact. He threw it with a little extra strength. Amazing. Got inside the 3-point line, jumped in. Very fortunate to get that call. I think he'd have been very happy not to get the call, just take the basket.
Tell you what, Jackson can get unconscious hot, though. I mean, where he starts throwing everything. If you saw it against Dallas in the playoffs, the guy starts hitting 7 threes.
7 threes in a row. His first 3 tonight, added 1 already in this quarter. He's made 4 tonight.
So Jack's got 22 to lead the Warriors.
Good bounce back game.
Przybilla was out of bounds. Harrington out of the corner. He rails the 3.
And Roy can create space.
21 points, 5 rebounds for Brandon Roy.
He can separate from a defender. Now trying to take him inside. And Harrington gave ground and didn't foul and went up when Brandon Roy went up. And that's a terrific defensive save there. And he was beaten on the play. He did not have the angle. He just waited for him to go and played it much like a center would. Oh, what am I saying? He is the center.
Blazers will not go away.
What a good man to come off the bench for him. Gives him energy. Instant offense. Outlaw.
Jackson around Przybilla. Harrington waited to tip it in. slow, steady climb for the Blazers, just out executing the Warriors here in the second half. Azubuike will take it inside, but mid-range.
His first shot attempt. Jack's a little up and down with his scoring. You don't know what you're going to get from night to night.
Rattling in off glass. Al's had a nice game. How long does Nate McMillan rest Brandon Roy? How long does Nelly rest Baron Davis? Outlaw missing. Monte knocked that away. Push ahead to Harrington. Got there before Przybilla. Does anyone throw the baseball pass better than Matt Barnes?
No.
Barnes with an aggressive play. Harrington running out, and the quick leap before Przybilla could get there.
Does anybody like to score more than Harrington? Warriors up again.
Harrington steps into a three, and let's call it a pass to Monte instead.
That shot surprised his teammates. Monte is one of the best offensive rebounding guards in the league. For anybody, any size. He picks up a lot that way.
Warriors trying to protect the three-point lead, and it's going to become 5 right now. He can do it all. You've seen him score, you've seen him rebound, and he can defend. How about Portland?
Monte doesn't get many blocks. He's pretty clever inside.
Nate McMillan has this Blazer team really rounding into form. Outlaw inside. Azubuike got a piece. Delennon will push. Running with Ellis. Blocked by Jack, but a foul.
Got the ball, but there was all kinds of body contact. Well, how about the defense by Azubuike? He just stayed with it, and he went up and challenged his shot and made Outlaw change the shot. So he didn't get to go to the basket. There you see the contact and the finish. Now check this play out. Barron gets beat on the screen and it reaches in. And when you're trailing a man by a full step, that reach is always going to be for naught. And it cost them.
And so the 4-point possession ties things at 93.
Bob, this is anybody's game right now. And, you know, both teams are in the same boat. They both feel it and both know it. They just got to keep playing and see what develops.
By yourself, Brandon. By yourself.
They're not Brandon Roy. He's got Aldridge on the switch. Launches a three, and he got one.
14 in a row he missed from three-point range. But he's a money player.
Baron Davis a much better second half.
Isolation.
And Al taking it away, throwing it off Aldridge, and it's Warrior ball. Nice play by Al Harrington.
He's pumped.
Aldridge showed him the ball, and Al picked his pocket.
Face up, brought it down low. Right to the hands. And a good heads-up play by one of my favorite players, Al Harrington.
Great to see Al with the 7 rebounds, the activity. Barron driving and finishing.
You don't block a running hook. And this is very difficult to do so.
Jackson will load up the 3. Rattle it out. Azubuike sneaking inside.
Well, he's another great offensive rebounder for his size.
That's a big rebound and a putback at a big time.
He's done that a lot this year.
Jack falling. Barron diving. Took it away. Warriors look to run, and there's Brandon Roy to break up the break. Still loose on the floor. Jackson's got it. Why not shoot a 3? That would have brought the house down. Monte follow. Oh, wild sequence. And then Harrington the foul. The Warrior lead is 6 with 5:17 left. Blazers to shoot a pair of free throws in a wild sequence where the Warriors had a Jackson 3, a Monte jumper. Back down to 4, Barron and Jackson with Azubuike, Crozier, Monte. Barron to work on Outlaw. Jackson on the reload 3. Yes, sir. He's amazing.
Well, what's amazing about that is it's a flat-footed shot. It's a push shot, if you will, much like Magic Johnson. But he has a live dribble, and so Jarrett Jack had to respect his initial first step.
Jackson 26. Brandon Roy is fouled by Crozier. Man,
Go, Baron.
And Jackson gets it way back above his head.
Yep.
It's hard to get to.
Crozier thought about the three, taking Przybilla in and dunking on him.
If it had been a little man, he would have launched it because he was open. But Przybilla coming out to 24 feet defensively, and he has a dribble left. He knew he'd have an advantage. Great decision.
That's Nelly ball right there. We're talking about big man. We'll drive right by your big man.
That shot's challenge.
And Jack missing there. Monte, good closeout. Not done yet.
Good double team by Barron. That's going to leave a player open.
There, Jack off his knee. And it will remain Portland ball. Then off of Jack's knee and then off of Barron. Correctly called. Brandon Roy roofed. You had Azubuike, Crozier, Jackson. They were all there. And shot clock at 4 to be Portland ball. The Warrior defense has been good.
Even in this moment of a game, he knows you can't protect a three-point lead with 1 or 2 possessions.
Need a couple more buckets. Shot clock at 5. Monte around Aldridge. Kick it out to Jackson for 3. Good!
He just walks it off.
Captain Jack is fully back. 6 threes tonight. 29 points in the game. The creation of Monte. Crozier had the dunk first. Brandon Roy in response. Jackson is going to have the last word. Leading by 6, minute and a half left.
And the Warriors are down to 2 22nd timeouts because you can only call 1 full-length timeout in the last 2 minutes. They've used it. They lost it, actually.
Brandon Roy driving, floating, big rebound. Brandon Roy knocked away by Barron. The quick hands of Baron Davis. The Blazers, are they thinking quick 2 here, Jim, or are they thinking 3s? They are the 6th best three-point shooting team in the league.
I think they drive the ball to the basket, try to extend the game. Let's see what Jack's going to drive it.
Brandon Roy. Outlaw James Jones Aldridge. An outlaw right to the rim, but he missed the layup.
It's a 2-possession game. They've got to foul.
Now they'll come, try to grab Monte. Warriors playing keep away. Azubuike back to Ellis to Petrus. That's the best of every world.
That's how you break a press. Of course, it's a lot easier this juncture in the game.
It wasn't easy, but the Warriors are going to get win number 1 against the Blazers. Terrific game at Oracle, with the Warriors putting 5 players in double figures. Jackson leading the way with 29, Monte with 22. And win number 36 as the Warriors move to a season-best 14 games above 500. 8 wins of the last 10 in this building. Time to go on the road, but the Warriors streaking and everyone kicking in.